days, but he is going into his age 38 season, and he re-signs with the Cardinals. It's a one-year deal, $9 million. Here's GM John Mozeliak.
You know, I can count on one or two fingers of the type of player that have come through here during the last 25 years that have had the impact that he has had. And so to work on all the things we were doing this offseason with the acquisition of Arenado, getting Adam Wainwright re-signed, it only made sense to figure out a way to get Yadier done. And, you know, we're really excited about our team. We know the importance Yadier has, not only for the St. Louis Cardinals, but really the impact he has on other players.
I just want to say thank you, Mo and Bill, for the ownership, give me the trust and the opportunity to come back to a great franchise like St. Louis is. This is my home. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back.
17 years with the Cardinals. This is a legacy player, right? This is a franchise player for the Cardinals to bring back. I think it's good on both sides that he goes back there.
Yeah, look, I wonder, you know, how the process plays. He's had a great career, to say the least. You know, made a lot of money. So I think if you're John Mozeliak and the Cardinals, you say, look, go home, get with your family, figure out, you know, where your head is at. Obviously, at 38 years old, it's not the easiest position to play, you know, 160 games, 50 games, 140 games. But what he's meant to this club and the 2 World Championships, and certainly what he's done behind the plate, forget it, the 9 gold gloves and the platinum gloves and all-stars, like, he is that player, and I agree with John Mozeliak. He is a Cardinal and deserves to finish his career there.
You know, he hasn't hit league average, Dan, since 2017. The last 2 years, OPS plus of 87 and 81, which is not great. But tell you what, there's not a lot of hitting at the position to begin with. And I would ride with Yadier Molina for 6 months over most of the catchers in baseball.
You know, Brian, he brings a lot more than the black and white numbers that you see, batting average and all the statistics, because there's a value that he brings to a pitching staff, not only to the starting pitchers, but to the guys in the bullpen. He's an extension of the pitching coach. He's an extension of the scouting staff, the game planning staff. He's been around the block. And I think another thing, Brian, we're getting in a day and age where players change teams, the contracts are so big. But when you think of guys like Kirby Puckett, Robin Yount, and Cal Ripken Jr., great players, when you think of the St. Louis Cardinals, you think of Yadier Molina. And I get it, we've kind of lost that feeling, but it would have been hard for me to see him in any other uniform other than a Cardinals uniform. He's just meant to be a St. Louis Cardinal.
Can I show my top 10 right now, a catcher? Because I've had a running disagreement. It's not a blood feud or anything. Disagreement with our sabermetric panel on top 10 right now. And I put Yadier Molina 8th. Real world thinking, Al Leiter. Like, yeah, Real Moto. I think Will Smith is a superstar. Contreras, Grandal, Salvador Perez had a great year last year. McCann's getting better. Garver slugged 600 the other year. But beyond, like, the top echelon, for 6 months, who do you want to live with? Controlling the running game, working with your pitchers? I'd still go with Yadier Molina.
And I like the fact that you're measuring defense. Look, there's still positions that you value defense. I do as a pitcher, and you alluded to it. The importance of Yadier Molina is more than just a catcher. He knows the staff, controls the running game, is a second pitching coach. Right. So there's a lot that plays into that. I know offensively, you know, it hasn't been quite the same the last few years. But, yeah, I'm with you on that. And from that list there, I liked it.
You like my top 10?
Yeah, this is the kindler, gentler Brian Kenny.
No, I get all I like to get all baseball-y. I love being on the other side of that argument, by the way. It's like you and your numbers getting all fancy. How about the real world economics?
Team chemistry.
That's right. Hey, it all counts. It all counts.
Can't measure it.
Catching especially. Well, you can try. When we come back, Colton Wong, you can measure his defensive metrics. They are absurdly high. We'll talk to Colton Wong next.